Join along as we tour the incredible Family Infinite Ocean View balcony on Star of the Seas, coming up on Talking Cruise. Welcome to Stateroom 10702 here on board Star of the Seas. Let's go have a look. Now, this is in category IB, which is a Family Infinite Ocean View balcony. Now, I'll just show you right here. So there's two doors. Here we have 10702. Next to it, we have 10704. These can actually be, this is a lockout door in the hallway. You can have your family in both of these rooms. We are over here in 10702, so I'm going to have you take a look at that. There's this nice little surfboard chalkboard right at the entrance to the room. You can leave notes for your family and whatnot. But let's have a look. So when you first come into this stateroom, you do have sort of a little bit of a vestibule. So it's a nice larger entrance because the room itself is quite large. It's almost 100 square feet larger than a standard infinite balcony room on the board Star of the Seas. And I'll show you where all that extra space comes from. But when you do come in, you do have your touch panel here. Now this will give you access to your temperature changes, your lighting in the room, which you do have some settings, morning, movie, evening, and sleep modes. You can also dim, turn off all the lights, or just have full bright illumination, which is where we're set right now. There is also a closed blind function. I'm just going to hit that button and pan over here. The infinite veranda, you can actually control the blinds from the doorway, or you can do it over near the infinite veranda itself. And we'll look at that in a moment. Now with this extended square footage in this room, that also means that this room has much more occupancy. So this room can actually sleep 6 guests. Now if you have the other room that I showed you across the way, that's another 6. So a family of 12, you can stay in this entire unit. So I'm going to move over and show you where 2 of the guests can sleep. And this is a really fun area for kids of all ages. I have 2 teenagers that'll be sleeping in here, but this is sort of the bunk area. And what's nice is that it has a curtain to sort of separate the space if the kids want their privacy, or the parents, or both. The way they set up the bunks is really nice in this formation. So you've got the lower bunk over here, and you know it's a kid's room, but even an adult can sleep here quite comfortably. It is basically like a single bed. They do have these nice little accent cushions, nice pop of orange, which is one of my favorite colors. Lots of really great lighting in here. So there is a reading lamp. You do got your sconce lamps as well, and there is a standard USB port built into the light itself. And then both of the beds do have their own television with their own separate remotes, so kids can, you know, watch what they want to watch. If they're really tiny and they can fit, there's this little sort of cubby space over here that does also have the USB and the lighting and so forth, which is another great feature. In addition to the USB port that is inside the lamp here in the bunk area, there is another one over here at the foot of the lower bed, so you have your standard and your USB-C port. So again, lots of places to plug in those devices. And also in the lower bunk, you do have 2 very large pull-out drawers where you've got tons and tons of space in here. So again, very good use of the space in here to maximize not only the playfulness of what the children will enjoy while they're here, but you know, kids travel with a lot of stuff, and you want to make sure that you have a place to stow it. And then moving to the top bunk, there's this really great set of stairs that has loads of storage in there. I don't know if you can see how deep these cubbies are. That's a really smart idea for utilizing the space. And then up here in the upper bunk, just like the lower, it is definitely a good size. It does have the safety rail, so no worries there about falling over. And then, as I said, below you do have your own television up here as well. And just the whole color scheme, they've got like this nice fabric. Person up here does get their own little curtain that they can close across the top. Again, they really tried to think of a lot of different things that kids, you know, like to play when they're, you know, in their own little spaces. Now the top bunk does not have its own direct USB charging port. This switch up here just controls the ambient lighting that's built into the frame of the bed, which is really cool, by the way. But if you do come prepared with a long USB cable, you can actually plug it in down here in this tight spot there is a USB, and I guess you could run it up to the upper bed and that person would be able to have at least power for one or so of their devices. Maybe a USB hub might work, but my experience is that the power out of these USB ports is not what you would find like at your home. It's at a much lower current, so you're not going to get as much power to even a single device. And they also have this nice safety rail here so they can grab on when they get up and down the stairs. But just a really solid, nicely designed space for the kids to really have a great time. And looking forward to having this more separation in this room. So moving through the space, now as we're coming into this area, it's going to be more like a traditional infinite balcony stateroom. But over here, in between the two spaces, there's this really cool chalkboard. And yes, they do provide the chalk and erasers. And your kids can, you know, make their own art gallery here of their own designs. And it's a nice, again, a nice little touch that they do to really build that whole family vibe that they're going for. Now, I will show you these bathroom here in a moment, but now as we come into this main space, from this point on, this is pretty much the size of the standard infinite balcony rooms on board Star of the Seas or other Icon class ships. So it is quite similar. If you've seen some of our other tours on the channel, it's similar to this, but I am going to go through and show you anyway. So on this side right here, we do have a full-length mirror, which everybody loves to have these on board a cruise ship, but it does also open up and you do have storage in here. So it's not that deep, but you can put a number of things. There are several shelves in here, and then this is also where they hide the in-room safe. It is on the smaller size, maybe a tablet, maybe a small laptop, your phone, and whatever things you might want to put in there that you want to keep safe. And then around the corner, we do have the main storage. So over here on this side, you do have a much longer length for hanging clothes. The hangers do come completely out of the closet, which is nice as well. There's a couple of hooks here too. Right now I'm just storing the bags. We just literally got into the room, so I haven't had a chance to put anything away yet. I do like to take care of my tours before I get into that. And then on this side, it's another very large space. Lots of hangers, as well as ones with the clips. If you have pants and stuff that you want to hang, you could probably put some bags and whatnot up here. And then below that, and this is pretty much in all of the staterooms, there's this set of 4 wire baskets. So you can have, you know, socks and pants and whatever you want in these, excuse the noise, for some more storage.
This room sofa can sleep 1 additional guest. A 6th guest will be accommodated on a rollaway bed. Other room configurations in this category do have a double sleeper sofa.
So over here on the bed side, you do have some very stylish lamps. So it does give you some ambient lighting when you're reading. Below that, you do have the power for that, as well as a power source USB. So there's one of these on either side on the lamps on each side of the bed, which is nice. You do have your night table. Now this is just open shelving. There's no drawers or any cubbies really. So stuff in here may fall off onto the floor. So just keep that in mind. And I had asked for these beds to be put together, and they are together right now, but you can have them as 2 twins if you prefer. Now on the other side of the bed, as I mentioned, there is another lamp. It's not exactly the same, but it does basically the same purpose. It's got its power button, and then you do have the USB port. Now below that, you have a redundant lighting control for the room, but then below that, you do have a standard US power supply. I wish that was on the other side of the bed as well, but I digress. Now here on this side, you do only have 1 tabletop surface. There is nothing below, so it's a little give and take here, it seems, as far as what each side of the bed has. And then across from the bed, you do have the large flat screen TV. And then on the other side of the television, there's a series of very small shelves with some nice ambient backlighting. But on the bottom one, there is yet another USB port. You have your standard as well as your USB-C. And you could leave some devices here overnight to charge that you want ready for your day ashore or around the ship the next day. And then over here on the desktop area, it's a really nice workspace if you do need to work or if you're looking to get ready before dinner. So a lot of nice space on the desktop itself. Here you do have the lighting controls for the backlit mirror, which again is a nice feature to have. The European socket, if you want to take advantage of that here sailing in the Caribbean, you can definitely get an adapter from Amazon, turn that one into a US power supply. Over here you do have your standard US, and then again you have that USB and USB-C power port. So lots of good options for you to power your devices while you're on board the cruise. And when you do need to work, there's this very comfortable chair, very stylish design as well. And then here we have the first of a very large pull-out drawer. On the other side we have another set of 3. This one does have the hair dryer and the Kleenex. And then you have another 2 below that. You have yet another one on the right side. And then below that we do have the mini fridge. Now your fridge will always come completely empty, just enough space for you to bring back some nibbles from the buffet, maybe chill some medication or a wine or some other beverages of your choice. So just keep that in mind, not a whole lot of space in here. And then over here, this side table is actually movable, and it's something that I really like that they've done on the newer Royal Caribbean ships is you can place this table where you need it. So if somebody's working over here at the main desktop, but there's another person, such as myself and my wife, that will need to work on their cruise, this table can be moved over here right next to the sofa, and now that becomes another second work spot for you. And what's great is it keeps this area completely open. There's no table that you're going to trip in the middle of the night on your way to the bathroom, speaking from experience. Now moving over to the back end of the room into the infinite veranda space, what you will notice is that it's a complete continuation of the room. They do have some separation of flooring materials, and you'll see right here between the 2 spots. This area here would pretty much be where your balcony would have been if you did have a regular ocean facing balcony, but you do have this continuity of floor space. So it really makes the room, and it does make the room, that much bigger. Now over on the entry part to this infinite balcony, you do have these very heavy material curtains. When you do open the infinite balcony window and you drop it down, which I'll do in a second, it does shut off the AC to the room, so that can make the room quite warm quite quickly. Having these closed, it creates a little bit of a buffer so you don't get that full rush of hot air, especially in the Caribbean where we are headed, into the main space of the room. It won't completely keep it out, but it will mitigate some of that. So that's just something to think about as well. And then the top window itself does drop down with this button. You do have to hold it down while it operates. And it will drop all the way to this rail right over here to give you that sort of simulated balcony. So it's kind of like you're up against the railing. And what's nice is it's a clear view all the way down, so complete unobstructed views down to the water or your port of call. And I can already feel that warm air starting to permeate into the room. But it's a very nice large opening. You do have a lot of glass in this room. So even just sitting here with it closed, you get a nice panorama out to the water. And then to close it back up again, you're just going to hold on to that and it will raise. So coming into the main space from the kids area, we did walk right by the bathroom. And one great feature about this particular room is that you do have a split bathroom. So on one half you do have your toilet and you do have your sink with a nice full mirror and storage and so forth. Lots of storage below. And this is actually a very large footprint, so there's a lot of room in here for changing and so forth. And then right next door, you do have another section. This one also has a sink, but this is a lot tighter. And I've been into one. I have a family member in another regular infinite balcony room. The shower area is much smaller. I'd say probably about half the size in this room. So you really just have a spot to stand in. There's not much room to move. Otherwise, there's no storage in the shower itself. The other categories do have shelving with your towels and so forth. Pretty much the same setup as far as the shower itself. Has the removable wand. your standard controls, your baskets, and so forth. It does still also have a seat in the shower, which is a great feature for a lot of people. But just the square footage, it's tight in here. And just to give you an idea, this is myself standing in the shower, and it's not a whole lot of give. I mean, it's certainly enough, and it's a good size by cruise ship standards, but much smaller than the ones in the standard infinite balcony staterooms. But just like next door, you do have lots of different storage options in here. You've got your power supply as well. The sink itself is a little bit on the small side, but that is pretty standard in all of the bathrooms on board this ship, unless you go to the nice large suites, and then lots of storage below with your towels and so forth.
Thanks for watching this room tour. Don't forget to like this video, post your comments and questions, hit that notification bell, and subscribe for more Talking Cruise.